Built in 1944 by Joe and Edward Stranella, the Airliner has been an Iowa City staple for the past 70 years. Our group believes that because of the rich tradition, this restaurant should continue to be recognized as an important part of the Iowa City community. Andrew Delo, Ryan Wiley, and Kara Ketterhagen completed this project in the hopes of making more people aware of this amazing restaurant.
To understand how the Airliner has been so successful, we stopped by the Airliner to ask manager Leah Hensley what she thought some strengths and weaknesses of the restaurant were.
The strengths of the Airliner are that we have a really good clientele, meaning we're really popular among the Greek community, alumni. We've been here for a really long time, so it's kind of a staple in the Iowa City community. Some weaknesses are more internal, like for management purposes. We have 6 managers, 4 front of the house managers, 1 general manager, and a kitchen manager. And when the responsibilities are spread kind of thin, it puts a weakness in management and as a team as a whole. One thing that I think we should do to improve that is minimize management or everyone kind of be on the same page.
These strengths are a major part of what makes the Airliner such an important aspect of the Iowa City community. The fact that customers keep coming back for more is something that has helped to make this into a tradition-based establishment.
The Airliner carefully picks its employees in order to maintain a friendly, family-based environment and to keep the restaurant running smoothly. After finding out about more general aspects of the business, we began to look into how the Airliner keeps its traditions going and maintains its status as one of the best restaurants in Iowa City.
In order to succeed working at the Airliner, I think you need to be a people person, number one. Be respectful of everybody, be open to dealing with a variety of people. You have to have excellent customer service skills, be able to communicate effectively, be able to work with people of all kinds. You need to be efficient and quick on your feet. You have to be able to handle pressure, stress, especially in a building like this where we can fill up to be 400, 500 people in the building at one time. You have to be responsible on time because if you don't show up, then the rest of the team is depending on you.
One of the things that keeps the tradition and the history of the Airliner going is how it got started. So we next asked Leah about what the Airliner means as a brand name and why the traditional aspects of the restaurant continue to be important.
The Airliner as a brand name is actually really important to the owner, Jim. The original Airliner belonged to his grandfather, and he started the Airliner for, this is a time for veterans in 1944, and it's really important for his family. The Airliner to him is family. It's, his wife, his kids, and every single person that comes in here is important to him and his family because that's what keeps a tradition going.
In order to get a better understanding of what exactly the Airliner can do for people, we asked her what her favorite parts of the Airliner were.
I love Airliner because I've met most of my friends here. I meet so many people. There's so many opportunities that arise from working at the Airliner. It's a good place for, we have both the bar aspect and the restaurant aspect, so it's good for all ages, adults, college kids, young kids during the day. We have a really good football game day. So we have good specials. We have so many TVs, good atmosphere, good environment.
Another reason we believe the Airliner should continue to be recognized by the Iowa City community is because of its rich history. Leah expanded on how the Airliner has developed over the years and has managed to keep its history and tradition strong.
If you could make changes within the operations of the Airliner to be more successful, what changes would you make?
Like I said before, one of the main things is management, minimizing how many managers we have. Another thing is maybe even minimizing staff. Right now we have about 85 employees that work here, and people that don't work more than 1 or 2 times a week aren't always in tune with what we're doing. And if we had a smaller staff with a wider variety of availability, I think it would maximize all of our resources and be able to put out the most effective customer service.
What does the Airliner provide for the community?
Airliner provides a safe place for people to go to eat and drink, be with their families. One thing that we emphasize is always guarding against risk and making sure that people are safe. And we always have at least 3 or 4 door guys on a night if there is going to be after or after the restaurant closes when there's drinking involved. And so we always want it to be a safe place, and we do many things to ensure that it is safe for people to come and enjoy and eat and drink with their families.
What is the history behind the Airliner?
So Airliner was built in 1944, like I said, by Jim's grandfather. It was actually a lot smaller back then. It was just the main room. Then it was sold to a couple other owners and then put back into the Ranella family. There has been a football player that's owned the Airliner. There's been just so many people. There's a booth dedicated to Tom Brokaw in the back. We did a dedication night to one of Oprah Winfrey's really good friends, and she did a big speech here. So there's been a lot of stars and famous people. Ashton Kutcher was apparently founded here, and there's just a lot of people coming in and coming out.
Are there any symbolic meanings behind the name the Airliner?
I'm not exactly sure on how the Airliner was started, but I know that, like I said, it was in a time of war, and every single thing on the menu is named after an airplane. The hangar, for instance, every burger is named after an airplane.